for shooting me a lithium battery. This is gonna change the game out there on the water, especially when you're on a good bite. You don't wanna have to worry about not having enough charge. This 12.8 volt, 100 amp hour lithium battery is gonna make sure you can stay out there when the fish are biting. Thanks, Grainer Power. Couldn't do it without you guys. What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to another beautiful day over here at Skiff Land. We are going to be working on the IPB16 Skiff today. We're gonna be throwing a keel guard on there. And before we get into that, I wanna say that this video is not about if MegaWare keel guard is a scam, but it's more so about the scam that MegaWare keel guard covers up. Because most of the time, I would say 50% of the people that buy a keel guard are doing preventative maintenance and they're wanting to protect the keel from future damage, and the other 50% is covering something up. In today's video, I will say we are covering something up. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit of a, I don't know, it's a little bit ugly under there. Nothing structural, nothing going through, no big gouges or whatever, but it is an eyesore to me under there. But these keel guards are pretty thick. I mean, that is, you know, a good 4 to 5 inches thick. So you can cover up a lot of mess under there. And I've purchased some boats and I thought that the keel guard was an eyesore, so I wanted to take it off. I take off the keel guard and exposed a bunch of deep cracks that were just being covered up by the keel guard. And it bummed me out because you can't just throw it back on there. The adhesive works really well, but it works best the first application. So you can't take it off, see some crusty, and then just put it back on and it be the same type of stick that it was before. And these things aren't cheap. This thing was $160 at West Marine, and this is just the 5-foot one for a 16-foot skiff. The price goes up from there depending on how many feet you need and how many feet your boat is. I would have been cool with the 4-foot one, but I elected for the 5-foot because this is a 16-foot skiff. But now that I look at it, there's kind of a keel right here and then it flattens out a bit underneath. So I don't know how this is gonna work, really. I might have to cut it down. I don't know. I'm gonna lift the boat up here in a little bit and see what's going on. But I will say, if you're ever looking at a used boat with a keel guard, question it. Question it. This one didn't bother me at all. I mean, he didn't have a keel guard over it, and I saw it right when I got there, and I inspected it. It was no big deal. I have since taken the boat out on the water. There's no intrusion anywhere. Everything is perfectly fine. I'm going to keep this boat for a long time, and my preference in this situation would be, let's cover it up. Let's cover it up and prevent future damage, because that looks like it's an area that takes a lot of contact, whether it be on this trailer, the roller on the trailer, or on a sandbar, some oyster beds here in Jacksonville, whatever it may be. I'm gonna just bite the bullet and just throw a keel guard on there, spend 160 bucks, which, by the way, I did not pay 160 bucks or 169, whatever it was listed at. I price matched at West Marine. So I only ended up paying $120 because I found one on Amazon that was much cheaper, and West Marine does price matching on Amazon or any brick and mortar within 50 miles of their West Marine. But specifically with Amazon, if you scroll down on the listing and it says sold by and shipped by Amazon, then West Marine will honor the price match. So I found one for 120 bucks, saved a little money, kept a little money in the pockets, was able to take my old lady out for lunch before I came here. So no harm in that. Save a little bit of money here and there, goes a long way. And then this lithium battery was sent to me by a company. I'm gonna pop that open. I'm gonna make sure that the onboard charger in the boat is, I can use it with a lithium battery. And then I'm gonna try and yank this standard deep cycle battery out of there, replace it with this 12 volt 100 amp hour lithium battery. I'll get more into that later in the video when it comes time. But first things first, we got to cover some stuff up. We got to cover up some, I would say it maybe looks like there was a gouge there before that was repaired. Maybe it doesn't really look like just gel coat was kind of chipped away. It almost looks like maybe a crack or a gouge that was eventually repaired. It looks like a good repair that was sanded down smooth. So instead of going and trying to color match some gel coat and sanding down a bigger area than this and gel coating, there's imperfections all along the boat. Like I said, this is a backwater skiff, so you're gonna be running into stuff all the time. It's gonna be hard to keep your boat perfect anyways, so instead of trying to make it perfect, let's just throw a keel guard on it, you know? But I would say it's a 50-50. If you're looking at a boat like that Sea Chaser in a couple videos back, rewatching the video, I actually feel like I would want to remove the keel guard before I purchased that particular boat. The Sea Chaser 22-foot boat that I saw out in Crescent Beach, that keel guard looked like it was slapped on with 4200 or something. It was a very sus application. I'm not really sure, but considering the other gouges on that particular boat, before I handed over cash, I actually think I would want to take that keel guard off. Keel guards are very, very, very suspect, you know? And obviously, if I ever went to sell this boat, I would for sure let it be known. I'd be like, go watch this video, all right? Because, I mean, under there's looks like a previous repair or just some gel coat that got sanded off by the sandbar. I don't really know. I'm not too worried about it. It's really not that bad. It looks fine. I went all around it, further around it, just to make sure that nothing's structural. I looked inside. Everything was perfectly fine. No cracks, no deep gouges. It's just ugly. So if you are the future owner of this boat one day, I'm not sure when I would be going to sell it, but if you are that person, she's all good. She's just getting a little, let's call it an upgrade in this one. It's going to be better than it was before, I can tell you that. No more eyesore by the end of this video. Otherwise, the boat is pristine. The boat is perfect. This is one of my favorite boats that I've ever had, if not the favorite boat, the #1 holy grail skiff that I've ever had. I had such a good time on it yesterday, and I can't wait to go back out fishing. I might do that this weekend. We'll see what happens, but oh, dude, every time I look at this thing, I just love this boat so much. Also, in today's video, I'm going to be relocating the gas tank up to this under the front deck. Hopefully it'll fit through there. This is pretty much the only access point I can get it through. So, I mean, we'll see, fingers crossed. But I'm gonna try my best to get that fuel tank up there. If not, I'll put it in this rear deck somewhere. But regardless, by the end of today's video, that fuel tank is not gonna be out and about anymore. And it's gonna have way better dock line than this eyesore of an old beige crusty dock line. Dude, I'll throw that in the trash right now. Replace it with this Ozark Trail double braided dock line in the color gloss black. So dude, I've been yapping. This was a longer intro than usual. Kind of went through the whole gist of it, and now it's time to lift this boat up and get going. I break these tripods all the time, dude, because they're made out of really, really brittle, cheap metal, I would say. And usually the feet, let's get in there. See, it's all rusty. Let me get you in some light. It rusts out from the inside and then components start to break off. So I go through a bunch of these, actually. This one actually stayed with me the longest. It's covered in gel coat from many, many projects ago. This thing right here is all, oh yeah, that's, everything is so rusty. I use this thing so much though, so I mean, it comes in handy. It gets, I get its money worth for sure. I think this one is $24, but that one broke off one of the legs, so that is as tall as it will go. And then with the new one, it gets up to probably up here. So that way we can be face to face through some of these things. It's actually been a while since I got to use a tripod fully extended like this. So this makes me really happy. What I think I'm gonna do is this one, I might just only bring this one out on the water because it's already rusty. And then I'll leave this one in the shop for as long as I can. But dude, what a luxury it is to have this thing able to use it exactly how it's supposed to be used again. I'm stoked. Now we can get into it. Let me see, I guess I'm gonna jack the boat up, get as many microfiber towels as I can to soften the blow, and get a jack under there somehow. I don't really need to lift it up that much. 5 feet is gonna go probably from here really far back. It's crazy, man. I genuinely don't need 5 feet, it looks, but I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna go grab the jack. Well, this is my Pittsburgh 3-ton low profile jack. I've used it for a few years now. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite things in the whole shop. It was one of the first tools that I really treated myself to, because before this, I was just using like the cheap jacks that are in your car already. It was crazy. I made work really hard for myself. It actually takes a lot for me to treat myself to appropriate tools, if you haven't caught on by now. But this is one of the first tools that I went out and spent some good money on, and it has saved me so many times. I use this thing all the time. If you're looking for a jack, Harbor Freight right now, their Black Friday deals and specials, they have big sales on their Daytona low profile jacks, which I might have to get out there and grab me one. Might have to upgrade the old low profile jack. This one's covered in gel coat and whatever also. But man, this is a workhorse right here. So I need to figure out how to lift it up a bit more, because it's a little too low to lift up the boat, but we'll figure it out. If you're at all curious why the bay door is not open right now, because it is really a beautiful day outside. I wish it was open, but there's really loud music being played outside right now, and I don't want to get copyrighted, but that's the reason. So whenever the music stops, I'll open the bay door, get some fresh air in here. But until then, we're gonna do it with the bay door closed. A little bit of a bummer, kind of depressing, man. Not really the vibe that I'm looking for. All right, so it looks like I need, I would say, this much. However that much is. I need to find a wedge or something. I am choosing various pieces of wood from up in the loft, and I'm going to soften the blow by using this big piece of foam, this tile. I have so many of these things up there. I could probably foam tile this whole entire shop, which I've considered doing, but this is what I'm gonna use to soften the blow. I'm gonna stack these things and then use that. I don't need to keep it up there for long, just enough to get the keel guard under there. Okay. I'm gonna try to stack this the best that I can. I'll probably start with this block. Yeah. And then this block, because it has a screw in it, so I'll offset it like that. And then like this. And then like this. Something like that. It doesn't really need to be perfect. We're not doing anything crazy under here. Just need to lift her up for just a second. I also need to go undo the winch up there. Hopefully this is tall enough. All right, undo the winch. This winch is too nice for me, man. I don't even know how to use it. There we go. Everything on this boat is like top of the line stuff. So literally I actually am having to figure out how to use it on the fly. Crazy, even a winch, but Okay. We lost one piece of wood. All right. Getting down and dirty. No. Dude, there's a spider web on my face. I don't know where that came from. Okay. Let me change your angle so you're down here in the trenches with me. I don't even know. Dude, I might have to take you off the tripod and just kind of set you up over here. Kinda. I'm figuring it out as I go. Okay. Might actually have to lower it down just a little bit, which is good. That means this is gonna work appropriately. Okay. I'm now in the lifting stage. Okay. Now you can go back on the tripod, buckle up, because now we're in good shape to lift her up. This is not really this isn't really groundbreaking material here, but there we go. Whoa. The trailer is bobbing up and down. Hold on now. Let me go and do the transom tie. That's where I'm jacking it up. And look. That's crazy how whatever. I mean, technically we have enough space under here to fit the keel guard. So I guess let's open her up. I've actually never put one of these on a skiff before, so this is gonna be new for me as well. So this is also gonna be a review, I guess. Let's see. This is the keel guard. See how thick this is? Dude, you can hide some crazy stuff under here. Some crazy stuff. Instructions. I'm pretty sure that you just scuff it down. On the fly. Okay. Step 3, clean. Step 3 is prime. Keel primer wipe provided. Okay. Okay, primer, pre-saturated wipe. This is a new 3M primer 94 wipe. Replaces the 3M primer. Okay. All right. I'm gonna sit here and study these instructions for a second, and then we're gonna get to applying. Step 1 is just scuffing it up. I don't really know how far I'm gonna go, but that's step 1. Just moving and grooving. What do you think? Do you think I should just put it from here to here? Or do you think I should use the whole 5-footer? I don't know how it's gonna go around this curve, but we'll see. I'm gonna sit here and etch for quite some time, and then I guess I have to put on some 3M 94 primer pre-saturated wipe. Some type of primer. I'm assuming it's some type of like adhesion promoter. I don't really know though, to be honest. But yeah, I gotta get back to etching I'm gonna etch probably for 5 minutes maybe. I cleaned it up down there, and actually fast forwarding now to the adhesion promoter. It says to not overdo this. I'm not really sure what that means entirely, but just, I guess I'm gonna not go too crazy with it. I'm actually surprised that there's not a keel guard on it already, you know? Alright. Ooh, dude, this stuff smells strong. Woo! Oh, seeing funny shapes and whatever off of that. That stuff smells wicked. Okay. Oh, dude, they supplied gloves. I didn't even see that. Wasted 2 of my own. Oh, they said that stuff dries pretty much instantly. So now I'm gonna get this out and get it ready because this is the next and final step. Should be 5 feet of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a little taste of how it's gonna be molding and going the opposite direction, whatever. All right. I mean, that's 5 feet right there. Put my foot on it down there. Oh. Did that look like 5 feet? All right. I'm gonna not overthink this also. I just don't want the muscle memory to be flared outwards because that's not the shape of the boat. The shape of the boat is inwards. I don't know why they don't just have it packaged like this, because every single boat of all time is flared like this and not the other way around. Whatever. All right, looks like she'll take shape just fine. They give you this also to kind of get it to do what you want it to do. All right, man, I guess let's get to it. How far is this gonna? Yeah, that's about right. Kinda. Definitely too much, more than we need, but better more than less. Okay. I'm going in. I would definitely say okay. I'll go all the way up, I guess, just because we have. See, down here is where there's going to be an issue. I don't think it's going to mold appropriately down. I don't know if you can see. Let me get out of the way. Down here, that transition point, I don't know if it will mold appropriately or not, or if it's going to look silly. So I guess, dude, I guess I'm just gonna go for it. Potentially against my better judgment, I'm gonna just go for it. Oh. All right, here goes nothing. Let's see how strong this adhesive is, because I can mold it by hand. It's just no telling if it's gonna stick like that or not. First impression, this tape seems like it's gonna be a little bit annoying. Oh my goodness. All right, I guess that's how far we're going up. Dude, let me tell you, that adhesive is pretty good. Okay, adhesive is pretty good. I barely touched it and it was married. It was married to that gel coat. Okay, dude, it actually molds with the transition pretty well. I'm just trying to stay as straight as possible. Try and get these red strips off also. Okay, this is just in real time. So I mean, I'm trying to keep it straight, make sure everything looks nice and dialed in. Okay. Dude, it's going better than I thought. It's going a lot better than I thought. Wow. Dude, lately with products and whatever, it takes quite a bit for me to be actually like thoroughly impressed. But so far, dude, this stuff is very good. With how it handled this transition right here, that actually is really insane to me. This video is not sponsored or anything, by the way. I don't think I need these gloves, but dude, no way, they're full of sweat. Let me change your angle so you can follow along. But you see this transition right here? That is wild. I'm a simple guy, you know? Just a simple guy. I'm going to go this way now. Try and bring you over here. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but we'll be able to chit chat about it, I guess. It appears, I mean, I went a little off center, I think. I'm gonna try and bring it back towards the end. I don't want it to look wonky. Oh my goodness, dude. Ugh. If this keel guard touches the gel coat, it's done. It's on there. I guess I can probably, yeah, because I ran out of room over here. I might be able to squeeze it under. All right, dude, keel guard is on, and it's on there good. I did not know how good these things were. I doubt it's as straight as it could be, but it's on there. It's a very expensive product for what it is if you think about it, but now I'm very pleased. I think that it's a product that's actually worth that much money so far. I mean, dude, this is crazy. I thought for sure it wasn't going to be able to handle that transition, but it sure did. Let me grab you guys. I don't know if I'm just easily impressed these days. Look over here. I didn't push it down right here. But look, right when I press it down, it's literally sealed. Dude, I couldn't lift that up if I tried. Just push down every single spot. Spot right here. I guess this is what that tool's probably for. Dude. See what I'm saying? There's oyster rash under here and everything, so I don't deem it worthy going and grabbing a bucket of gel coat and having to go through that whole process. This transition, I cannot believe it, that it just took shape right here. She's on there. I cannot be more impressed. Wow, all right. First time using a keel guard. I'm stoked. Not only did it cover up the eyesore, but it will also prevent future worsening of the eyesore. So that's pretty sweet. A little expensive though. I'll give you that. A A little pricey, but dang, all right. I wish it was black, you know? If it was black, it'd be way sweeter. I wonder, does that affect any horsepower, any top speed? It might affect the aerodynamics down there. I don't know. Mega Wear Keel Guard sticker is definitely gonna go on the front door before I leave. Next thing, let's put the, oh, this is the old double hander. I need both hands, hold on. 2 hands to open this hatch. Okay, yeah, there's just a Duralast deep cycle battery in there. What's this, we got an onboard charge. Dude, yes! So stoked. Dude, I could not tell you. That actually really, I'm so stoked on that. Let me just double check and triple check that it's the appropriate one. I don't know if they used to make older models of the Nocos that are not compatible with lithium batteries, so I just want to double check. I can't see. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh, dude, that means we can just do an easy swap over here with the lithium battery. I actually have so many anchors in the office over there just from various Skiff builds and whatever. I don't know why this is hooked onto something up there, so I'm just gonna let that be. I'm not exactly sure. I need to use my flashlight. Give me a second. I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of looks like they just used that orange rope for to pull wires through, potentially up there, something like that. I'm not gonna yank on it too much, but dude, we can get this Duralast out of there. Ugh. I always think one of the best upgrades these days is just converting over to lithium. You get like double, if not triple, the amount of trolling motor time out on the water with a lithium battery, and it's a lot lighter, so I'm stoked. Let me open that box. Open this box. One thing that I'm never gonna do is lie to you guys. I keep it real, 100% real. And the first thing that I can say is that I don't know anything about lithium batteries. All I know is that when I first posted the video of buying this company, I don't know if it's Greener Power or Grainer Power, one of those. This company messaged me and said, hey, by any chance, is there a lithium battery up front for that trolling motor? And I said, no, I believe it's just a standard deep cycle, but I'd have to double check. And they said, we'd be happy to be the lithium battery choice for the build. And I was like, dude, no way. Like, I just get excited about this stuff. I don't know much about it. So to be honest, I'm gonna look through this pamphlet and maybe see if I can find anything worth mentioning. But other than that, let's see, you can use it for trolling motor, RV, camping, solar system power. You can put them in series. If you had like a 24-volt trolling motor, you could put them in series. A 5-year warranty, that's insane. That's actually really crazy. Wow, okay, yeah, 5-year warranty. Dude, I don't know if Duralast does that, probably not. Like I said, I'm not gonna talk like I know anything about this stuff. Maximum continuous discharge current, 100 amps, peak discharge current, 200 amps, BMS discharge cutoff current, 300 amps plus or minus 10 amps. Charge performance, recommended charge current, 20 amps, maximum charge current, 100 amps. Energy, 1280 WH. cylindrical cells. The weight is 20 pounds, 20.57 pounds, or 10 kilograms. Size is BCI Group 24, Terminal M8. Dude, like I said, brother, I don't know much. I don't know much. Give me something. Give me something. Here. We're looking at the same exact time. About. Let's go to the about, son. The GP 12 volt series battery is a deep cycle lithium ion battery. It's only 10.23 inches long, 8.30 inches high, 6.61 inches wide. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just stoked that they sent the battery. All right, let me see what it looks like. Ugh. Dude, nice blue color. This is so cool. This is gonna be the lithium battery of choice for this particular boat. And I'm stoked. I'm stoked for Grainer Power, man. Just hit me up, making my day. That's sweet. It looks like it'll fit right in that battery tray also. Whoa. She almost slid off. All right. Put that right there. These are for the terminals. Oh, it looks like we have more things for the terminals. Maybe backups just in case. I'm stoked. I'm going to, later in the day, take a little time to activate the 5-year warranty for myself and also for the future owner of the boat. I'm sure it is, you can pass along the warranty. Dude, I'm stoked. Thanks to Grainer Power for shooting me a lithium battery. This is gonna change the game out there on the water, especially when you're on a good bite. You don't wanna have to worry about not having enough charge. This 12.8 volt, 100 amp hour lithium battery is gonna make sure you can stay out there when the fish are biting. Thanks, Grainer Power. Couldn't do it without you guys. Hey, I disconnected everything under here. Now it's time to yank out this ugly standard battery. I wonder what year it is, if it says it on here. I don't know, but dude, these things are so heavy. I don't know where it says the year. Whatever, there's usually a sticker. This one does not have a sticker on it. Oh, there's a sign back here. Dude, I don't know, whatever. And then in with the new. Dude, so light in comparison. About the same size. Yeah, dude. This lithium is a tad bit bigger, but it's so much lighter. It's insane. Oh, dude, fits in the tray perfectly. I can't wait to show you guys. I'm gonna button everything up down here, and then I'll bring you back in when everything is wired up and clamped down. I'm so stoked. It looks so good. Almost done. Just putting the last nut on for the bracket that holds the battery down, and then we should be good to go. Dude, it looks so good. I'm stoked. All right. I also love collecting batteries from projects because I get to upsell some of the motors that are in the back that need electric start. Like the Evinrude 50 in that back corner, or that Mercury 30 over there. I can just throw this in with it. That way you don't have to buy a battery whenever you buy the motor. So these don't go to waste for sure. If they're just laying around long enough, I use them for a core charge for a new battery. But dude, let me show you. Oh, dude. It just makes everything look so much more new, modern, 2025. I'm stoked. Everything's wired back up, the fuses, the onboard charger. everything. So stoked on that. Grainer power. Bingo. All in a day's work, brother. Now it's just, let me see if this gas tank will fit up here. I'm kind of spooked. I'm kind of worried that it's not, but let's see. And then I got to figure out how to fish the fuel line up through there. I don't know if they went through the gunnel or if they just had it out there. Let me see also before, because I kind of wouldn't mind having it in the back. Oh, I have it latched down. I think it would fit back there. Maybe. Let's see. Use a little bit of rope. This. Dude, it would fit. All right, sweet. So, I mean, if it doesn't fit up here, then I know where it's going. Oh, there's so much gas in here. It's pretty heavy. No, I don't think it will. I think it might if I took the front door off. Maybe. But I don't know now. It sits very low to the water up front. So I kind of don't mind having more weight in the back of the boat. Plus that would eliminate me having to fish this fuel line up through here. I don't know. Oh yeah, because even if I got it through, I would have to take out the onboard charger for it to pass through because it sits pretty low. Well, it looks like I could probably stuff it in there. Let me give it a little more. Obviously don't want to break anything. Dude, I think for now I'm gonna put it in the back. So I just pulled out all of the safety stuff, which is sweet. There's a lot of safety stuff. And then there's a handful of zip ties. Fantastic. And then I think I found the receipt from West Marine of what was done up front. There's some resin and some other things, some protectant fabric guard, 32 ounces of that, resin, polyester, surfacing, PT. I would assume that's putty maybe. So they probably tried to do a little patch up front. It looks good to me. Now let's, oh dude, I forgot that we're still jacked up. We're still on the jack. That's insane, I forgot. I guess we did a good job stabilizing. Oh, about dropped on my noggin. I was wondering why she was sitting up so high. All right. I took one wrong move and the whole boat shook. Now I'm just gonna try and set it in there, see if she'll fit. There's some distance between the gas tank and the battery back here, so I don't know. I don't really think that would have caused an issue up front anyway, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Oh, there's a lot of gas in here. Shout out to him. I try to do the same thing. I try to give homies up full tank of gas. Dude, fits like a glove. Fits like a glove. I have all this ugly fuel line. I might be able to cut that down. But, wow. Okay, well now I gotta figure out how to route this fuel line, maybe straight through the back actually. Let me show you this up close. That is so much better. I don't know why it wasn't like that in the first place. What I think I'm gonna do is cut down this fuel line, save most of it for a future project, and then pass it through here, straight this way. I think that's what I'll do. What do you think? Any naysayers in the chat? Okay, let's do that. Here is my plan of attack. I'm gonna take this water bottle, I'm gonna take off this factory clamp back here. I'm going to pull the hose, shove that into the water bottle, collect whatever remaining fuel is in this line, and then cut it down to size, shove it through that hole back there, and then put this new hose clamp on it, clamp everything down, and then call it a day on the fuel. Dude, this is a lot of fuel line that I'll just be able to have in the shop. So stoked on that. This is a ton of fuel line actually. Wow. All right. I'm gonna get all that buttoned up and then show you the after. So again, this is the before. Dude, that thing fits like a glove. If that was back there originally, I would have for sure thought that this boat was made specifically for that. So, all right, I mean, that's not much different than if I just had somebody else sitting in the back with me. So as far as the weight distribution, and then, dude, I don't know. This boat, how it rode yesterday on the water, I would just prefer more weight in the back. So I'm very happy that one thing led to another and we ended up putting it back here. Okay, I finished up this portion. I routed it straight through the back, straight to the fuel tank. I had to do it right there because that's where the bulb was. Otherwise, I would have just completely taken that off and just ran it straight. But considering where the bulb is, I kind of had to leave a little extra and go from left and around, and there you go. But I think it looks really clean, fits super nicely in there. Now we get our cockpit space back. Nice, a lot of room for a coffee table if that's the route I want to go. A bunch of fuel line over here with these other external gas tanks. I'm happy. I'm really happy with this. It just seems perfect. And now I can put all this safety stuff up front. Let me take the flops off, hop back in. Let me see if that fire extinguisher will fit nicely right down there. All this is really working out. Like, it fits like a glove. Could fit this right here. Where are my zip ties? Fit those zip ties back here. Life jackets go up front. Just kind of cram them up in there. Paddle, you can hang out up there as well. Next to that, sweet looking grainer. Power, 12 volt, 100 amp hour lithium battery. Put this, we'll keep this one back here. Put that foot pedal for the trolling motor up here as well. Hopefully I never have to touch this paddle ever again. This is my hoodie. I'll toss that. Oh, a little too far. Close this. Close this. Now it's time to switch out this line. This is what my mouth has been frothing for all day. Just a really small, huge transformation. Does that make sense? Just for the aesthetics at the moment as well. Might as well load up the Minn Kota back here. It looks so sweet with double trolling motors. It looks so sweet, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait to get out there, dude, and just fish it up on this unit. Do you see this glorious cockpit? Dude, get this out of here. Ugh. I don't want to see your face. All right. I'm just going off this knob down here for the rod holders because there's not cleats on the boat, preferably. I just, you know, tie a little loop knot and then just tie it straight to whatever I can get a grip on. And then just toss the rest down there. And she usually just chills right there all the time. I rarely ever put my dock lines away. I don't know if it's better that way or if it's just because when I flipped my Ginu, the random line that I had was the only thing that I could hang on to stop the Ginu from floating to the bottom of the intercoastal, or sinking rather. I literally was like, I was treading water, had this rope, and was treading water, just holding the Ginu up like this in the water, because it was taking it down and I was holding it, and I was holding onto a dock. It was like that strongman competition where they're holding the two things. I was doing that. It was the craziest workout of my life. My heart did not appreciate me for it. Also, we were in really, really, really cold water. It was very bad. I'll just toss that in the back. Let's do that. But yeah, so because of that, I always keep a line. Not that I would be able to hold on to a boat like this, way bigger, way heavier, but I guess it's the thought, a little bit of mental security. But also, you see what I'm saying? Black line looks so much better than that old crusty, ew. Ew. Get out of here. You'll never be the new line. This is my 3/8 socket wrench. This was my old breaker bar before I got this new 1/2-inch breaker bar that I love. But I used to just shove my 3/8 ratchet into the handle of my floor jack, and I would use this as my breaker bar. I would take it off, and this was my breaker bar. Well, not only did my 3/8 ratchet break when I was trying to get those lug nuts off the truck, but it's stuck in there potentially for good. I can't get it out. So this is how she's hanging out for a while, just like this. I believe that's a wrap though, man. Dude, it looks so much better without the gas tank out in the cockpit, on the floor. It looks so much better. Dude, it's the little things. I try to tell you. We got a new lithium battery under there. We got the gas tank where it needs to be. We got a new dock line. And we got the keel guard under there, looking great. I almost forgot that the premise of this video was, are keel guards a scam? It was just a silly thing because I wanted to talk about scammers that use keel guards, which is absolutely a 50-50 risk when you're looking for used boats. But the keel guard itself, absolutely not a scam. And I would also vouch to say that it's not overpriced. Especially if you price match, get it for that $120, that's a steal. And this is a fantastic product for that, or for that amount of money, because how it conformed to that transition and how sticky it is, it's like, dude, it's like liquid concrete. That 3M backing or whatever they use back there, dude, 5 feet all the way down, fantastic. Covered up the eyesore that I had, sealed it up nicely too. I'm stoked. Keel guard for the win. I really wanted it to be black, but I'm not pressed that it's white. I can't find a black one anywhere. I looked at Bass Pro Shop, I looked at West Marine, I looked at anywhere else that carries it in store. Couldn't find it anywhere. You'd have to order it online. And the way that I make videos, daily vlogging every single day, making videos, it's kind of hard for me to order stuff. That's why I usually get bad deals on things in stores. So I really try to utilize price matching as much as I can. If I didn't do daily vlogs, I'd be ordering everything, dude, everything. But that's not the case. Sometimes I have to get something for today's video. Dude, every time, I mean, she needs a little pressure wash. I left her a little dirty last night. I brought her back here. I rinsed out the motor. I rinsed down the trailer. I gave a nice, quick spray down of the boat. But I need to give her some love, man. Need to get in there and get all in them nooks and crannies before our next voyage. She deserves it, you know? She deserves it. This boat is so sick. I feel so blessed for so many reasons, but this boat in particular. That lithium battery too. Music to my ears, man. I'm terrible at any type of product review. I appreciate anybody that sends the kids something for the free ski. Let me be real. I appreciate it. But I have this office is full of things that have been sent to me, and I just don't know how to do it, man. I don't know how to get on the camera and talk about a product that I really don't know much about. I try to keep it as real as possible. Like, for example, the coolest thing about this battery that I got today, on top of it being super light and lithium, is that I got it for free. Like, other than that, I'm not gonna gaslight you. I'm not gonna gas anything up that I don't know anything about, but I can just gas up the customer service, because those people are awesome. They actually watch the videos. So the video that they watched, and they were like, that doesn't have a lithium battery, let's hook it up. Dude, yes sir, please. It's so sick, dude. Like, that's just super cool. The little kid in me just thinks that's really, really cool. Above all else, that's that. But I don't know how to do product reviews, so that's why I rarely ever do them. This one's gonna be kind of like an ongoing thing. I'll review it as I use it. That's how I'm, like, because I'm not gonna review something that I'm not gonna use. I don't wanna be fake. I'll never be fake around these parts. So I mean, this Grainer Power lithium battery, it's just gonna be an ongoing thing. But packaging was sweet. The color on it was sweet. It looks brand new under there. It was super lightweight. So a lot of weight reduction up in this front hatch was done today. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Day by day, or one by one rather, I'm gonna clear out this office and do as many product reviews as I can. But I mean, just expect them to be legit, real ones, not some fake stuff out there. Just keep it as real as possible. All right, I'm yapping at this point. I had a actually really fun time in here. It's the perfect weather just to kind of close the bay door, tuck in here, you know, hide from the world for a little bit, and just get to work. I turned a couple wrenches, just a couple. All right, nothing too crazy. It's a Thursday, so I'm about to get out of here, go get some dinner, watch some Thursday night football, and hang out with the family. Ain't nothing better. One more look. It's crazy because the one look that I'm showing you right now is you can't see anything that I did today other than the lack of gas tank. But yeah, now it's just crispy, dude. It's crispy. Keel guard, go buy one. Just don't hide, like knowingly hide the stuff under the keel guard. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a scammer. Keep it legit, man. I'm stoked on the keel. I'm stoked on the battery. I'm stoked on the gas tank. I'm stoked on you guys hanging out today. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Looking forward to chatting it up in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. This product is so good, dude. This keel guard is so good. Let me grab my stuff. There's something that I want to show you guys in the F-150. It's posed its first issue. Although, I mean, it's such a sick truck, dude. I love the truck. But for a brief moment, it left me stranded yesterday. So, when I was leaving the boat ramp, I actually I was pulling the boat out of the water. Obviously, I was in park, had to put it in drive to get out of there. And my gear shifter was completely frozen. You couldn't put it down in reverse, neutral, whatever. It wouldn't move out of park. And I was stranded for a second. And but I had to watch a video, and there's really not many videos on this specific issue. There's a video on how you can fix this if like the car's dead and you need to put it into neutral. But there's no on the fly video fix for exactly how to fix this issue on the fly. So I'm going to show you that now. Basically, hold on, let me put my microphone back up here. Basically, this cover is on here at the time, okay? And you just pop it off. You know, you get your finger under it and pull it, pop this off. Let me show you what I'm talking about because it's still doing it. All right, I put my foot on the brake and then I go to hit and it's stuck. Nothing, zero. All you have to do is pop that off, pop this cover off, bingo. And then this little white thing right here, you just move it right there. And look, put it in a reverse, neutral, drive, and you're good to go. Just keep that in the back of your noggin if you have one of these F-150s with the column shifter like that, because if you're in a bind and you go to look at a video, there's not a video on how to do that. Like whatever. Keep that in the back of your noggin. Dude, what a day. Got some stuff done. It's Thursday night. I'm excited for Saturday night, UFC. UFC's big. Madison Square Garden card. I'm stoked. I'm curious who you have for that fight. If you have anyone, it's kind of hard to pick. I think I'm going to go Islam. I think Islam is going to win. I learned my lesson a while ago not to bet money on anyone other than Islam. Like, I used to bet money like, oh, this is going to be the time they're going to get Islam, and it wasn't. I know he's moving up, whatever. Islam beat up all my homies, man. He beat up all the homies. So, at this point, I'm just on the Islam train. It is what it is. I'm gonna root for Islam. I'm stoked on it. I'm getting antsy for it. The person that I'm most excited about on the whole entire card is Sean Brady. I really enjoy watching Sean Brady fight. You know where I'll be Saturday night. I'll find a cozy spot. I'm going to make some boneless wings and just enjoy the fights. That's all I want to do on a Saturday night. I just hang out with my baby. I get her all cuddled up on the couch and just watch UFC fights. There's been some weak cards the past couple of weeks. Fight nights have been weak. I think it's just leading up to this big Madison Square Garden card, though. I've been watching the embeddeds every morning while I eat my breakfast. And there's just a different vibe in the air when you have a fight like this. The whole entire card, dude, is goated. Dude, I'm stoked. I can't wait for Saturday night, but it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and yap too much about the UFC. Just know that I am getting antsy for it. I want it here now. Whatever. I'm going to have to... I don't even know what part to replace. I don't know if I need to replace that part up there. I'll figure that out along the way. Whatever. Also, I still haven't gone to Wawa and retrained all the wheels. I might do that right now while I have time, while the sun's still up. Because retraining all of your tire pressure sensors, you have to hit the hazard button 5 times or whatever, and then you have to get out and deflate the tires until it honks at you. It's a weird process, man. Whatever. These F-150s, brother. I might have to go back to Sunburn. She's still hanging out at the house. Might have to go back to Sunburn because that was the best truck I ever had. It didn't give me any issues. This truck already leaving me stranded here and there. Although it looks pretty sweet. Whatever, dude. I'm yapping. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.